she. Also, when I think about it, I just realized something. Luffy's laugh is she. Gecko Moria's laugh is she. Gecko Moria's laugh and Luffy's laugh, could they be the same? Yo, what's up, guys? The Insane Game Freak here. For some reason, I'm very peppy. I don't fucking know. Anyways, this is essentially just a gaming talk video. I'm gonna mention a whole bunch of things relating to video games because I haven't done a video game video in so fucking long. I think the last thing I did was that, was it during, I guess the Kazuko Muso video was like the last thing, and that's technically still anime related. I want to just talk straight gaming here. And I want to ask a question for future reference. Would you guys like me to do these videos where it's like me talking and you see me moving around and acting like an asshole like usual, or would you want me to do it where I put like game footage as like what you're seeing and then you're just hearing my voice in the background mixed with like some ha-has, you know, from the fucking game, wherever the fuck I'm playing. Just out of curiosity, which one would you prefer? And honestly, let's just get into it. You know, there's a lot of shit to cover. The first thing I want to cover is the E3 stuff because that's the shit I wanted to make a video about, but I don't know what happened. Oh no, I remember. We were gonna do a video for Animated Real Talk TV. Shit didn't go as planned, and then I dicked around for like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, let's go ahead. Now, the general consensus is that Sony's won and Nintendo's is the worst. I agree with one of these. I do agree that Sony won, but I think Nintendo's wasn't as bad as people fucking said it was. I think what it was is that Nintendo had the most hype because of the Wii U and the 3DS and how they're starting to appeal back to the core gamer. So everyone kind of lost their shit when we spent like 20 to 30 minutes on fucking Nintendo Land, and that was the end of the conference. And that probably the biggest hit they gave us was the shit at the beginning of the conference relating to Pikmin 3, which we already knew was coming. So I will say that Nintendo's was the most disappointing because it was the one we were expecting the most from. I wouldn't say it's worse. I would honestly still say Microsoft's was worse. One, Microsoft's was just fucking boring. There was nothing really interesting, and everything they announced that even appealed to the core gamer, I was kind of like, well, we knew all of this was coming. So I was like, and with Nintendo it was virtually the same thing. We knew most of the shit that we cared about as core gamers was coming. So it was like, why the fuck is Nintendo's worse because of the hype behind it? But I'm talking about as a conference, Microsoft is worse. I mean, mind you, Microsoft has like virtually barely any IPs. Most of Microsoft's games are like multi-plats. And honestly, I have a 360 and a Wii. I don't really need. Oh, I'm gonna buy the Wii U. It's like if I have a PS3 and a Wii U, why the fuck would I need a 360? I don't understand what the fuck is the point of owning an Xbox unless you just prefer playing multi-plats on an Xbox. Like, you have got to be one hell of a Gears of War fan and a fucking Halo fan to want to own a 360 purely for that reason. Because I think almost every other game you can get on another fucking system. So like, what the fuck is the point? And then the Usher thing that I think everyone has made fun of at this point. What the fuck? Really? And then it's not interesting. It's not fucking interesting. And people go, and then, you know, I might as well give my thoughts on the two next-gen systems. I do agree with the tendency that I don't expect them to be insanely more powerful than the previous, than the PS3 or the Xbox. Like, I don't believe the 720 or the PS4 is going to be ridiculously overpowered. Like, I heard recently there was a leak for the 720's like specs, like its full document specs, and you can guess they're legit purely because it was legit enough for Microsoft to take down the documents. They're like legit documents, and the specs for the fucking 720 isn't even near of a jump as it was from Xbox to Xbox 360 or PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3. It's like 4 to 6 times stronger, whereas the PlayStation 2 to the PlayStation 3 was like fucking 1,000 times stronger. That according to news articles, game developers hasn't even used the full capabilities of the PlayStation 3 yet, so they're not really in a hurry to make a new system. I mean, the Wii, I feel like the Wii was the only one that really needed to make a new system purely because there was a lot of shit with the Wii that was inherently wrong and that they needed to change. Like, PlayStation's kind of been known for, like, at least with PlayStation 3, they've been known for, like, making hardware that was, like, way ahead of its time. Like, with some of the shit in that hardware, people weren't even implementing. So I can understand them not being in a rush. Like, their hardware is still, I think people are just mainly content with the PlayStation 3. I have no reason to get a new PlayStation system because the PlayStation 3 does everything I fucking wanted to do. The only thing the PlayStation 3 doesn't do is, I don't know, fucking play PlayStation 2 games. That's the only thing it doesn't do. And I have a PlayStation 2, so I'm fine. The Wii is the only thing that was inherently needed to be upgraded because it was the light. In terms of power and what it could do, the Wii was like the lowest. But as I said, for the E3 conferences, I don't think Nintendo's was the worst. I still think Xbox was the worst because it's relying on a gimmick that if you own a Wii, why the fuck would you want to own a Kinect? In all honesty, what the fuck? I have yet to see anything on the Kinect that has done shit that I would inherently want to buy a Kinect for. I mean, I own a Wii and a PlayStation 3. To me, I own the two best consoles of this generation. I don't need a fucking 360. Like, in all seriousness, like, what the fuck is the point? In terms of the Wii U in general, that's a first day buy. My Wii is a launch day Wii. It's from, I think the Wii came out in 07. This is the Wii you see in the back that you may be seeing in the back is a 5-year-old Wii. You know, the game system's been out for that long and it still feels awkward to make these type of statements about it without it sounding fucked up and suggestive as hell. I don't know what it is. It's fucking game system. So that's a day one buy. The games on it, I've only seen like a few. Like for PlayStation 3, the only two games I saw that were interesting for me personally was like Last of Us and like Beyond. Because I didn't play Heavy Rain, but I've been recently intrigued by Heavy Rain because I ended up watching like the entire Let's Play on it from the Super Gaming Brothers. If anyone knows who that is, you probably should, but you know. So I'm interested in Beyond and Last of Us. For the Wii, I've never been a huge zombie game dude, but it's, you know, I'm a Nintendo fan. I might as well try it. The Kirby collection is coming out. It's 20th anniversary. I never got into much Kirby games, but it's like one big ass collection. I might as well take a shot at it. I haven't played a Kirby game since Epic Yarn, and I technically didn't even finish Epic Yarn because I got so bored with the whole concept of, oh, you can't fucking die, and it's an innovative, interesting game, but there's no challenge when you can't die, and that's a big issue for me because it's like, I feel like I'm just kind of waiting for the game to let me win at that point. I'm trying to think what else. That's something to look forward on the Wii because I haven't played the Wii game in so long. Zombie U. I don't know if I'm gonna get Rayman Legends on the PlayStation 3 or the Wii U. It kind of just depends. I'm gearing towards PlayStation 3 because that's when I got Rayman Origins, which I still technically need to review that game, but we'll see. I do need to review that game. What the fuck? That game, was it like PX 100? That game looked really interesting. It's like a city fighting these monsters, and you use like, it kind of reminds me of a mix of like, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's literally like you have a group of people, and you get more people to like beat up. It feels kind of like Pikmin in a sense. I don't know. That looked interesting, so I want to try that out. Some of the multi-plats I might get for the Wii U, but then again, I'll either get for the Wii U or the PlayStation 3, so that one doesn't really matter that much. And then that was really the main games that were introduced, but I guess I should talk about the 3DS now. The 3DS, I don't own one right now, but the hype for the 3DS and the games that they have out and the games that are coming, I fucking want a 3DS. And I watched if anyone watched the Nintendo Direct, which came on last night as I'm recording this video, it's Friday when I'm recording this video. Well, actually, technically, it came out this morning. It came out it came out at 12 a.m. on Eastern Standard Time. They announced they're gonna have a 3DS XL, and I know a lot of people are complaining because the only difference between the 3DS and 3DS XL is that it's bigger. Like that's really the only difference. It literally looks like it has the same layout. A lot of people were ticked off about the lack of a second analog stick, which for me isn't really a big deal considering I never really needed an analog stick for a handheld game. Like if I'm using two analog, I don't know why, just that concept seems foreign to me because I never, on any of the games I played, I never needed an analog stick or a second button controller. I never needed a second controller. And usually the analog stick is only really used for fucking camera issues, which I think is the only thing that, from what I heard about 3DS games, like Kid Icarus and even some of the, even in like the Kingdom Hearts game, it's like, that was like the only thing that was the issue, that the camera, the fucking camera. It is kind of a missed opportunity, but it's not anything too big of a deal for me. Personally, I'll probably just get the XL with Super Mario Brothers 2, mainly because I haven't played a Super Mario Brothers game since the since the fucking Bowser's Inside Story game. Like the RPG games is what I like. I don't fucking care for the platforming games. I don't know why. I haven't played a Mario platforming game in so long. So, yeah. At least for the 3DS though, the games I'm looking forward to is, I have never played a Castlevania game, so I'm going to try my hand at this new one that's coming out this year. I think there's a new Fire Emblem game, which I've never tried that series out, which I feel like I should, purely just because I am a huge fan of the characters we got in Smash Brothers. Like, I love Roy. Fuck Marth. I know a lot of people like Marth. Fuck Marth. I'm sorry. Marth just looks like a fucking gay douchebag to me, and Ike is my nigga. I have used Fire Emblem characters for like the two games that they've, well, because I didn't get into Smash Bros. Until Melee, so I only played Melee and Brawl, and I never went back to the original just because it was the original and it was kind of inferior at that point. So for both Smash Bros. Games, I always fuck with Ike and Roy in terms of Fire Emblem characters. I need to try that out. Same thing for Pikmin. Like I played with all of them on Brawl. I just never played a Pikmin game, so I'm trying to grab to these series I never fucked with. Because as far as being a Nintendo fan, I don't play that many Nintendo franchises. I think I played Mario, Pokemon. I just started playing Metroid when I got Other M, which from what I heard isn't even people don't consider a great Metroid game, which is kind of bad. I have yet to play a Zelda game, which since the 3DS will have like downloadable games, I could just try the Legend of Zelda on there, or just buy Ocarina of Time. I think I've attempted to play Ocarina of Time on the 64. When I was younger, that game confused the shit out of me. It's like you had to be a pretty seasoned gamer. You couldn't just jump into Ocarina of Time. At least from what I remember, because it was so what the fuck am I doing kind of mode. So, fuck, I remember when that demo was at Walmart. I remember going back when they had fucking Nintendo 64 things connected to the TVs and you played it like that. It was so weird because it was like, what the hell? But, the 3DS will give me a reason to start downloading old school Nintendo franchise games, getting more in tune with the franchise. I'm going to try out this new Castlevania game. I'm probably going to fuck with Kid Icarus. I don't know if I'm going to fuck with Zelda right as I get the 3DS. That'll probably come later. And one of the main reasons why I want it, Black and White 2. I want Black and White 2 so badly. I've been on such a Pokemon high with that game. And I know it's released out in Japan, and I know a lot of people have been looking at spoilers for the game. Hell, I think we just recently got a fucking English translation for the Poison Gym Leader in the that has appeared in the anime, but I haven't reviewed the episode for that battle yet. Apparently her name is Roxy in the English translation. I think her name was Homika in the Japanese translation. I am on like such a Pokemon high right now. I am looking so forward to Black and White 2. So it's probably like Black and White 2, Fire Emblem, Kid Icarus. With Fire Emblem, I got until next year before I can get that game. So I'll wait until the game. I think the new 3DS XL comes out in August, so I'll probably pick it up. Play Mario Brothers, which the only thing about this new Mario Brothers seems to be this huge ass gimmick with the coins, which, not that excited about. Doesn't really interest me that much, but I want a fucking 3DS now. Like, in terms of making me want a 3DS, that has progressively come, and I want a 3DS now. I don't mind shelving out $200 because, I am interested in the system. I wonder if you can pre-order it now. I don't know. I haven't looked. But I'm definitely getting one. But in terms of gaming, I can't really think of anything else I particularly want to talk about. But that's just kind of how I'm going to do these gaming videos, is I'm going to, like, just spout a whole bunch of random gaming shit. Have you guys have discussions in the comments. Tell me how you feel. Which franchises are you looking forward to seeing more of? Like, what games are you looking forward to? How did you feel about the E3 press conferences? Even because you've had a while for it to sit in your mind. I think it's been like 3 weeks. Like a little bit under 3 weeks. I think it's been like 2 weeks and like 4 or 5, 6 days. So tell me how you guys are feeling. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the Insane Game Freak. Also, just tell me if you'd rather me just talk like this, or would you rather actually have gameplay footage of random games on the fucking screen or whatever. And, oh, wait. There's one other thing I want to fucking touch on. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom fucking Hearts. Larry from Otaku Assemble, I remember we've been chatting on Skype casually. He's making me really want that fucking game. So that's the other game I forgot to mention. Dream Drop Distance. Totally getting that game because the world ends with you. For those who don't know, I love World Ends With You. I played the fuck out of that DS game. So that's something else I'm looking forward to. I kind of want that to be an anime, just purely because of how well I think that would work. But that's me tripping. We need a sequel. Blah. Blah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This has been the Insane Game Freak. Life's a game, play to win, and I'll catch you guys later.
Peso.